Here's what you missed on Phathead and Cande in the morning. Weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.
My Country 96.1, Phathead, Cande Roth. We'll get up to about 50. It'll be dry prior to dinner time, and then all bets are off, Cande. After that,
yes, bat down the hatches.
yeah, I mean, it may not be crazy like that, but yes, a lot of rain. Tonight, overnight, into tomorrow, Wednesday and Thursday do not look great. Looks like a lot of rain, kind of a washout. We'll see how it goes. We might have some breaks here and there, but overall not fantastic. Lots to get to here. As promised, Cande.
Yes.
I have retrieved my Howard Stern internship journal.
Wonderful. We have to read the first part.
You want the first entry?
Yes,
All right,
of course.
We'll go
Maybe
through.
Yes, do the first.
Well, let me first say that when I was at Hofstra, we had to keep a journal for our internship. And this was 1997. And yes, I started college in 91 in Binghamton. I needed a few extra years, Cande, to finish college.
Yes, I see that. In 1991, I was giving birth to my first son, Casey.
Oh, very nice. So yes, the final year of college at Hofstra, 1997. I had this internship at the Howard Stern Show. Now, let me first read this to you. I found the supervisor. Her name is Kathy, the office manager and intern supervisor at K-Rock at the time, where the Howard Stern Show was, at WXRK, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I still have my intern report. She gave me an outstanding on everything.
Oh.
Promptness, maturity, interest in the job, ability to learn, blah, blah, it goes down, all these different things.
Look at you.
Work under pressure, good with constructive criticism. And then she wrote comments. Phathead, she did not write Phathead, but I'm going to call myself Phathead.
Okay.
Phathead is an absolute pleasure to work with. And
people have said that about me, too.
In comparison to other interns, he is much more mature and even-tempered.
Even? There must have been plenty of ice.
He will be an asset to whoever he works for or with.
I agree.
Isn't that lovely, Cande?
That's lovely. That's
All right.
lovely.
Now, on to my... it's very rare I get to toot my own horn, so...
It is, and you're really tooting, so we're going
All
to
right.
take a break for a baby book here for just 1 second.
Oh, you want to take a break? Okay,
Just for 1 second.
What do you have
as you
over
do
there?
your little bits.
Uh-huh.
There's an old song that says, blues music has a soul. Then the blues had a baby, and they named it rock and roll.
Oh, I like that. This is the baby book you just bought?
The story of rock, perfect for baby rockers, yes.
Where'd you buy this book?
I bought it on Amazon.
Oh, that's very,
It's
very
hilarious,
nice.
right? And it goes on and on and on. It mentions everything. It's so cute.
You're going to be a very good bubby. Very good
Yes.
bubby. All right, so the first day of my internship, Cande,
Yes.
I'll give you verbatim what it says in here. First day, September 3rd, met the staff, Howard, Robin, Gary, Jackie, Fred, John, and Scott. Kathy is the coordinator, and it lists everything that she does. It has our hours in here. We must be there at 5 a.m., work from 5 a.m. to noon. And then there's also an afternoon shift, Cande, where every now and again interns had to switch off and work noon to 6 preparing for the next day's show. So there was some of that.
Interesting.
Yes, and there weren't just interns at the station for the morning show. There were other interns at the station for business, sales, music, etc. There were a lot of interns. What did I do on my first day? Well, the first guest I ever met was Joan Rivers, Cande.
Wow, that's awesome. I love
Yeah.
Joan. I still miss her.
Yep. She passed away a number of years
Much
ago.
too soon, even though she was 80.
Yeah. Joan Rivers was the first guest. I recorded live spots for advertisers. I worked primarily that day with Scott the engineer, pulling clips and Robin's news and commercials.
Love it.
Yeah, we had our first staff meeting that day, as a matter of fact, September 3rd, 1997. All right, so there you go.
10 years prior, I was on Howard Stern.
Oh, wow, okay.
In 1987.
Look at you. And how long were you on there for?
About 18 months.
Oh, wow, all right. The other notable stuff from the first day, the E! Show is always filming. Cameras in the studio on all the time. They have their own staff and interns. Yeah, there was a lot. It was a lot of people. I do remember that. There was a lot of people there. The second guest I ever met later that week, Cande, was Fiona Apple. Remember Fiona Apple?
Of course I remember her.
Is she still recording music?
I don't know about that.
Let's see. Who else? LL Cool J was on the next week when I was there. Geraldo was on. Got to meet Geraldo. Pretty much, my duties pretty much were the same, every time.
Every day.
For the most part. So I'm just, this was, and I remember this. This was one of the most memorable. On Monday, September 22nd of 1997, I met Steven Tyler and Joe Perry of Aerosmith.
Oh, that's good, yeah.
They were there, and I'll never forget it, and I think I've told the story before, because everyone talks about how nice Steven Tyler is. I can confirm that he is one of the nicest people on the planet. Steven Tyler was standing in the hallway waiting to go on. I was walking down the hallway, and we were given strict instructions. You don't approach the guests unless they approach you about something.
Got it.
And Steven Tyler, just out of nowhere, just stopped me in the hallway with a big smile, stuck his hand out, and says, "Hi, I'm Steven. Nice to meet you. What do you do around here?" Just like that. That's pretty much how I remember it, right?
That's lovely.
This lowly intern. Isn't that nice? Isn't that
really nice? I like
wonderful?
To hear that.
Yeah, Steven Tyler. Now, October 6th was the day that I met Chris Rock. He was in studio, Cande.
Hey, and nobody slapped him.
And nobody slapped him, but I still remember to this day, and I've told this story before, that Chris Rock is one of the nicest people I ever met. He comes into the production studio where I was sitting and working on clips, and it was just me and him, and he started asking me what I do around there, and he was, was like taking interest in the production end of the work.
Love it.
And we were chatting, and so
I love radio.
Very, very, very nice. And I have a whole book of all the guests and all the people. Let me see if there's anyone else of interest that I've. Fran Drescher. Do you like Fran?
I love Fran Drescher.
Fran Drescher.
She was great on that show.
Busta Rhymes, David Lee Roth. David Duchovny, Alan Thicke, who is no longer with us either. Cande. It was a lot of, it was very interesting.
When I was doing the Jay Thomas show, I got to meet John Ritter, another man who was so nice, so friendly, truly interested, asked questions, looked you in the eye. It was a pleasure to meet him.
Yeah, it seemed like it.
Really nice guy. Also, Ed McMahon.
Oh.
He had stories. He was like, I loved him. I wanted him to adopt me.
He seems like a good guy, too.
Really great stories of what he did in the war. I mean, he was a fascinating man.
Wow. Less than 20 minutes away to your Bald and the Beautiful entertainment, everything from Nashville to Hollywood. We'll get to 50 today. We'll be dry till dinner time, and then the rains come in for the next 48 hours. Just be aware of it. It's going to be a lot of rain next couple days. My Country, 96.1.
Phathead and Cande in the morning, weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.